missing, I guess. Let me record from my side. Let me share the screen. Is everyone clear till now? Any issues, any doubts, please let me know. Everything clear till now? Is it fine?
Yes.
Okay. So silence means no. That's fine. Right. Let me go to the server. Okay, so this is your installation center, guys. Okay, once you open that setup file, you will get this installation center, this window. By using this installation center, you can do lot of things: installing new SQL servers, installing components, extra components. Okay, like in SQL servers installations, in the SQL servers again standalone installations. For we need to do manual copy only, right? For we need to do Azure. Yes, manual copy, Muttu. You have to copy the files manually. Okay, so it won't take much time as it is Azure VM. Okay, it will be quick only. Right. Fine. So this is called installation center. A lot of things you can find in the installation center. You can see hardware and software requirements. If you want to install SQL 2017, what are the complete hardware and software requirements? You can click on this link. You will get it. It will be open in a Internet Explorer. You will get the whole bunch of requirements, hardware and software requirements. You can go through it. Okay, if you want, you can go through it. As discussed earlier, main thing is .NET framework. You should have .NET framework. Of course, RAM, CPU, we are going to take care of it, but .NET framework is very important. Once you install .NET framework, then only you can proceed for the SQL Server installation. Right. This is like Internet Explorer. Okay, nothing is there. It's just Internet Explorer. You can close it. Okay, no issues. Right. So by using this link, you can find out hardware and software requirements and security documentation in case any release notes is there. Okay, so you can see all the things here, documentation related things and all in the planning phase. This is called phase. Okay, planning phase, installation phase, maintenance phase, like this. You can see a lot of options, right? Go to installation phase. There you can see installations, new SQL Server standalone installation, or add features to an existing installation. Okay. So standalone installation means what? Standalone installation means if you are installing a SQL Server on a normal machine, normal Windows server, that is called standalone installation. Okay, sir. You can ask, sir, other than standalone installations, what other installations we have? Cluster installations. See here, new SQL Server failover cluster installation. In case if you are installing SQL Server on a cluster setup, cluster is a separate topic. We are going to discuss about clustering and all, nothing to worry. So there are two types of installations. One is standalone installation. Second one is cluster installation. If you just want to install a SQL Server on a single machine, on a normal machine, you can choose standalone installation. If you want to install SQL Server on a cluster setup, you have to choose this option. Okay, forget about this option. There is a separate class on that. So let me choose SQL Server standalone installation. Okay, standalone installation means what? Simply, if you are installing SQL Server on a individual machine, you can treat that as a standalone installation. Okay, or add features to an existing installation. I told you, right, we have different features or components like SSIS, RSAS and all. If customer is asking after 1 year of installation, customer is asking, hey, please can you install SSAS on this server? That is called adding features. SQL Server is already installed 1 year back. Now he is asking analysis services or reporting services or integration services. Then you can choose, okay, add features. Same, of course, you have to choose same option. For installing new SQL Server, for installing components also, you have to choose the same option. Okay, right. You are going to install developer edition, right? Developer edition, all features are unlocked. There are no limitations, especially in terms of features, not in terms of hardware, software and all. In terms of features, all the features are unlocked in the developer edition. You can happily use it. Okay, there is no different features other than this developer edition. In the enterprise edition, most of the features are same. So make sure you are installing a free edition, which is developer edition. If you want, you can still install, okay, these two free editions, evaluation and express edition. Sir, I want to install express edition, choose express edition here. I want to install evaluation, choose evaluation. But express and evaluation, there are a lot of limitations. Developer is unlimited features, means unlimited means whatever features are there, you can use all the features in the developer edition. So I'll install developer edition. Enterprise edition, sir, where is the option for enterprise edition?
That is paid. That is
Right.
paid.
Where is that option?
It is a free edition, right, sir?
It's
They
free. This is
mentioned.
free. I want to install Enterprise Edition.
We have to enter
Very
key.
good. Very good. Excellent. Okay. You have to enter the key. Then it is your Enterprise Edition. Okay. So you don't see here Enterprise Edition, right? If you enter the key, then it will be your Enterprise Edition. Okay. Standard or Enterprise Edition. Now, as of now, I'm choosing a free edition. Developer. Next. And of course, for every software, we have to select this option. I accept the license terms. Okay. Select this option. Then only next option will be enabled. Okay. Go to next. Guys, these are some checks. Before installing SQL Server, your Windows Server will check whether this server is suitable for installing SQL Server or not, guys. Whether my Windows Server that I am using, this 25L0, is suitable for installing SQL Server or not. This window will check, this installation center window will check whether this installation, this setup can be suitable to install SQL Server or not. If all the checks you can see green, if you can see all the green checks, that means it is suitable to install. If you can see all the warning symbols here, still you can install SQL Server. If you see only one red symbol, there is only one red symbol, one check is failed. Can I install my SQL Server, guys? Only one check is failed. 9 checks are there. Okay, you can see pass at 9, right? 9 checks are there. No need to count. 9 will be there. Okay, why? Because you can see all are green. Pass at 9 means 9 checks are there. In 9 checks, if one check is failed, can I install SQL Server?
No,
No, it won't let
sir.
you.
no, sir.
So the
The
answer
next
is
button will be disabled, right? Even if everything is
yes.
green
Very good.
only,
Very good.
right?
Okay, so in case if you don't see, like if you see any error, if any of the check is failed, the next button will be grayed out. It will be disabled. Next, you cannot see next button. Imagine this check is failed. What you have to do? What is the solution for that? Restart computer check is failed. Okay, what you have to do, guys? This check is failed. What you have to do? What is the solution for that? Sorry.
Again, restart the installation.
Very good.
Restart, sir.
Not installation. You have to restart your Windows Server. Guys, remember very important point. Before installing SQL Server, after SQL Server installation, always it's recommended to reboot your Windows machine. How to reboot, sir? Click on this, okay, icon, Windows icon, power button, restart. In this way, you can restart the server. Again, it is very recommended before patching. After patching, you have to reboot the server. Before installation, after installation also, you have to reboot the server. Okay. So if this check is failed, you have the solution is close all the things, restart the server, again reinitiate the installation process. Okay. Imagine what if this check is failed. .NET Framework 2.0 3.5. What if this check is failed? In what scenario this check will be failed?
Version is not incompatible.
Version
like,
issue.
have to check the compatibility.
This one, .NET 2.0 3.5. In what scenario this check will be failed?
This is not installed.
If it is not installed.
The .NET.
Prerequisites. .NET Framework
Very
3.5
good.
need to be installed.
Very good. Means .NET Framework I have to install. Okay. I have to, you can keep it as it is. No need to cancel this window. You can keep it as it is. Go to Server Manager, install the .NET Framework as discussed yesterday. Then simply rerun the checks. There is an option called rerun. Then it will be rerun. If it is restart computer, then you have to restart. There is no option. You have to close all the things. You have to restart it. If any other checks, you can fix the issue. You can just rerun the checks again. You can see these options. Okay, guys, clear? Now go to next. Microsoft updates, we don't update the SQL. We don't allow us to update the SQL servers automatically. So we don't choose this option. It is not recommended. Okay. Why? Because while applying the updates, it might restart the SQL server. Restarting SQL server automatically is a downtime activity. So no need to choose anything here. Simply go to next. Okay. It is installing some support files. Okay. To install my SQL server, some setup files should be there. Now it is installing the setup files. Right. Again, it will go for some checks. See here, warning symbol. Warning symbol means can I proceed or I cannot proceed, guys?
Can proceed.
You can
Proceed, proceed.
I can
Yes,
happily
it's-
We can
proceed. Okay.
proceed.
Only error we cannot proceed. Warning symbol and all we can proceed. Okay. You can go to next. Right. So this is very important screen. It will ask us to select the features or components. Components or features both are same. Now what features I have to choose here? Okay, there are two types of features: shared features, specific features. Instance, if you can see here, instance means what? What is meant by an instance?
server.
Server name.
One SQL Server software copy is one instance. Okay, one SQL Server, you can call it as a one instance. Two SQL servers means two instances. Means technically, professionally, we'll call SQL servers as instances. That's it. Okay, we'll call SQL servers as SQL instances. Professionally, we'll call like that. There is no difference. Okay, right. Again, we have two types of features. Two types of features. One is specific features. Second one is shared features. Specific features means your SQL server is a specific feature. Okay, your SQL server is a specific feature. And apart from that, there are other components, SSIS, sorry, not SSIS, SSAS and SSRS. These are the specific features. Means these copies will exist once per each instance. SQL server, you have to select a SQL server, one SQL server for each instance. You have to select one SSAS for each instance. You have to select one SSRS for each instance if you want. If you don't want, you can no need to select these SSAS, RS and all. Specific means you can see multiple copies, guys. Shared means you can see only one copy. Okay, clear means only for the first time you have to install some shared components like SDKs and all, software development kit. Okay, that is a supported package for SQL Server. No need to install this support package every time. You will install only for the first time. Okay, right? Clear? Is it clear, everyone? So specific features are specific to the instance. In case you are installing one more SQL server, again you will get one more database engine. Okay, here I have to change this to database engine. One SQL server will get one database engine, guys. I told you, right? Your SQL server will work based on the database engine only. If there is no database engine, there is no SQL server. Agree, everyone?
Sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Let me just a minute. Let me keep charging. Right. Okay. Any questions you can ask me, guys? Any questions you can ask me? Okay, fine. Okay. So each server will get one database engine. So database engine is a specific feature. Agree? If you are installing two SQL servers, two database engines you will get. Simply, if you are having two cars, each car will have one engine. Without engine, you cannot run the car, right? If you have three cars, you should have three engine. Means one engine for each car. So engine is a specific to car, right? If you are buying one more car, you will get one more engine. In the same way, if you are installing one SQL server, one database engine you have to choose. Database engine is an important feature. Without database engine, there is no SQL server. Each SQL instance will get one database engine. Okay, so that is specific. Each SQL server, you can install one analysis services component. You can install one SSRS component. SSIS is not specific, guys. SSIS is a shared component. Means how many instances you have on the server, but only one SSIS package will be there. That will help us. That is a shared component that will help us. Simply, I'll give you the same example in every batch. You are staying in a PG. Now tell me what and all things are specific things, what and all things are shared things. You are staying in a PG. What things are specific, what things are shared in the PG?
Light, fan,
Laptop.
or specific.
Okay, very good.
And shade or washing machine.
Okay, light, fan are specific to the room. Okay, if you are staying
Yes, yes.
in a room, not sharing with anyone, of course. Okay, those are specific, right? If you are
Washrooms
staying,
are
yes. If you are staying
And
with
this
one
washing
or two
machine,
members,
micro
yes.
oven.
Okay, so I'll tell you. If you're staying in a PG, the specific things are your mobile phone, right? It's not shared, right?
Mm.
Specific things are your laptop. It's not
Laptop.
shared, right? Right? Specific things, the plate you are using to eat, it's not shared, right? Right? So you can see here, remember one thing, why I used plate and all, I'll tell you a small example. Okay. Okay, restrooms. Okay, fine. Restrooms are shared. Okay. Right. So why I am going to tell this about plate? If you see, if you go to the pages and all, you can see names on the plates. Agree? Agree? Why? Because there is a chance these plates can be misused sometimes. I might think that is my plate. If 3 members are staying in a room, we are staying in a PG. Each 3 person are getting one room. But unfortunately, another guy is also having same plate like me. What I have to do? I have to write a name on that plate. I cannot keep that plate in my box and I cannot lock it, right? Right. So what I have to do, I have to write a name on that plate, or else at least a mark just to identify it's mine. Agree, everyone? I'll write my name or just mark it. Agree? In the same way, specific features will have name in the brackets. Shared features doesn't have any name. If you see, if you go to washing machine, can you see name on the washing machine? If you go to the oven, can you see name on the oven? Or fridge, can you see any name on the fridge? Right, that belongs to a PG. So nothing you can find, no names and all you can find on the shared resources. If you see, most of the people are saying washrooms, washrooms. Can you see any name on the washrooms? You cannot see. Right. So if you don't see name in the brackets, that is shared. Okay, if you see name in the brackets, that is specific. Sir, where I can see name, you are saying name, name, name. I'll show you. Once we install SQL Server, some services will be installed. For those services, you can see name in the brackets. If you see name in the brackets, that is specific. If you don't see any name, that is a shared. Is it clear, everyone? Specific and shared, everyone? So restrooms, again, if one more person joined in the PG, I cannot build one more restroom for him, right? He has to use the existing restroom only. Restrooms are fixed. How many people are coming to the PG, that doesn't matter, but restrooms are not going to be increased. Unless and until if 10 people become 20 people, I have to increase it. If 10 become 11, I cannot increase, right? Right? Agree, everyone? Differences between shared and specific?
Yes, sir.
Clear? No issues, no doubts. Okay. So with that note, let me continue. So these are you can see 2 portions actually. Instance features is a specific. These are the specific features. The whole section is a specific features. And you can see under shared features, you can see some other components. These are the shared features. Means once you install these components for the first time, no need to install next time. Once any new person came to the PG, no need to buy extra washing machine. No need to buy extra oven. No need to buy extra fridge and all. Agree? Right? So let me choose specific features first. I have to choose database engine. It's mandatory, guys. Without database engine, there is no SQL Server. In case customer is asking, I need only SSAS, SSRS, I don't want database engine, then you can choose only analysis services. Reporting services you don't find here. Okay, reporting services, what you have to do is, you can see here, right, looking for reporting services, download it from the web. You will get the link. Earlier, before 2017, okay, we have reporting services here. It will be listed under specific features. You can see like analysis services. You can see one more extra component, reporting services. That is earlier. Okay, earlier means 2016, 2014, 2012. You can see the features here. But from 2017 onwards, reporting services are differentiated. You have to download explicitly. Okay, so you can download it from this link. So database engine I'm going to install. Replication is one feature. You have to select this feature also. It is specific to the instance. I don't want to install this R, Python and all. Full text is one more feature. It will help us to search the data. Without full text, we cannot search the data. So full text also we have to install. These 3 are shared specific components, guys. Clear, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, I
Sir.
want response from everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have to choose these specific features, guys. Okay, for every instance you are installing, these three are mandatory. Okay, these three are mandatory. Database engine, replication, full text are mandatory. In case if customer is asking analysis reporting, you have to choose that as well. Shared features, not all are mandatory. Okay, whatever components you can see with the client tools, you can select those options. Client tools connectivity, client tools backward compatibility, client tools SDK, SQL client connectivity SDK. These four are mandatory from shared features. No need to choose other features. In case customer is asking, some customers specifically they will ask, I need MDS services. MDS means master data services. Might be they are using for other requirement. Okay, if they ask us, then we have to select it and we have to install it. That's it. These are the common shared features. Next time, can I select these shared features? Next time, if I am installing one more instance, can I choose the same shared features?
No, no.
No, as discussed, if again one more person came into the PG, they won't buy any extra washing machine. They don't buy extra fridge and all. They have to use existing ones only. So no need to select these components next time. Of course, these components will be grayed out. You cannot select or you cannot unselect. Okay, clear feature screen. Is it clear, everyone? Right, let me go to next, guys.
Yes.
Today the class will be extended, might be until we are going to close the SQL Server installation. It will be there. Okay, fine. It might cross 9 also. Right. So let me go next. You can see here, right? Wait a minute. It is keep on disconnecting. I changed my network from Act to Airtel. Okay, now I can see the difference. Okay, it is disconnecting every time. So if you go back here, there you can see instance root directory. Okay, and all I'll show you. Just a minute. Let me go back. I guess it is going like forward. Okay, it's not going back. Just a minute. Let me see here. Instance root directory. See program files, Microsoft SQL Server, and you can see shared feature. See all these components. See here. Once I just started installing in C program files, this folder will be created, Microsoft SQL Server. As of now, it's not created, but see guys, once I go to next step also, it will be created. Okay, let me show you that as well. C program files, not to confuse, but it will create the binaries already. It just started copy. Earlier, if you see in one screen, it just installed some components earlier. If you remember that screen, that means it just created that folder. Okay, you can see here. Once you go to the next screen, in the last step itself, we just went to the next screen, right? So automatically it will create this folder, Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, so 99% will store these folders in the C drive only. Later, some of the files will change it to other drives that I'll show you. Okay, let me go to next. Right. Now this is very important screen, guys. Instance type. Which instance? Okay, default instance or named instance, or what is the difference, sir? There is no difference between default and named instance. Functionality wise, both instances will work same. There is no extra features between both two. Okay, there is no extra settings also. Only difference is while connecting, for a default instance, you have to connect in a different way. Named instance, you have to connect in a different way. Default instance, usually it will take computer name, guys. Okay, no need to give any server name for default instance. We can change, Muttu, if you want, you can change it. It is allowing us to edit the drive. Okay, so it's not degraded. Okay, you can change it. You can change the path and all if you want. Right. So default instance, named instance. Default instance simply it won't ask us the computer name. It will take the server name as a SQL server name. Default instance will simply use the Windows machine name. Simply use the Windows machine name. This is my Windows machine name. So default instance you can connect using Windows machine name. Named instance you have to give a separate name. Okay, guys, remember one thing. How many instances I can install in a Windows machine? How
Max
many
50.
instances?
50, 50.
50.
Guys, the answer is 50. I can install 50 SQL Server softwares in one machine. 50 SQL Server softwares or 50 instances in a single Windows server. In a single Windows server, I can install 50 SQL Server software copies. If you ask me, sir, are we going to install 50 instances in the organization? No, hardly one instance. 90% only one instance will be installed per machine. Remaining 10%, some machines will have 2 instances per machine, 3 instances per machine. Hardly 3 instances per machine you can find it. Very rarely you can find 4 instances per machine, but no one will install more than 4 or 5. But you can install 50 up to 50, but hardly you can see only 1 or 2 machines with 4 or 5 instances. 90% 1 instance per machine, remaining 10% is 2 or 3 instances per machine. Okay, right. In these 50 instances, how many instances are default? How many are named instances?
One default, 41 name instance.
Why one default?
Computer name, we can use it for only one.
Very good. Okay,
Once.
50 instances we can install, right? 1 plus 49. Okay, so 1 means that one default instance and 49 named instances. One default instance. Why I can install only one default instance? As discussed, it will take the computer name. Okay, default instance will take the computer name. That is the reason we can install only one default instance. So computer name is not shareable, guys. We cannot share the computer name. Why? Because imagine here in our batch, imagine we have 3 Shivas, right? If I just call Shiva, the best case is 3 Shivas will respond. Worst case is 3 Shivas won't respond. One Shiva will think might be I'm calling another Shiva. Agree or not? Right? So there is a chance that we cannot connect to the servers if we have same name. So that's why default instance we can install only one default instance per machine as it is using computer name. The default instance server name will be your computer name. As your computer name is not shareable, imagine if I can install one more default instance while connecting to the SQL server in the management studio. If I just give the computer name, which instance it will connect? Right? Difficult thing, right? So that's why usually I can install only one default instance. The naming conflict will arise. That's why I can install only one default instance. So I don't use another. I can't install another default instance per machine. And one more question. Can I install one default instance for each version? See, 2017 default instance, can I install? 2019 default instance, can I install like that? I need answers
Yes,
from
sir.
everyone. I need answers from
Yes,
everyone.
No, sir.
Everyone, just send me the message in the chat. Okay, I need
Yes,
answers.
sir.
28 people, 27 people are there. 27 responses I want to see. I can install default instance for another version. Yes or no? My question is, I want to install 2 different versions. One is 2017, another one is 2019. So can I install 2017 default instance and 2019 default instance separately? Yes or no? Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Jayant, we can install. Okay, guys. Muttu, Maruti, and Fayak. Right or wrong? These 3 people. Only these three people answers are correct. Remaining all are wrong.
Sir, every version means a different instance, right, sir? Then we
That's
can,
what.
for
We
every
cannot.
instance, we can create one default.
See, again, the same. That's why I gave you an example. While connecting to the server in the management studio, if you give computer name, which version instance it will connect, 2017 or 2019? Tell me.
Sir, I didn't get you, sir.
See, for
Anyway.
example, as per your discussion, whatever you're saying, as per your view, if I can install default instance for each version,
Mm.
while connecting to the SQL server in the SSMS,
Mm.
if you gave computer name, agree? Which instance, which version instance it will connect to, 2017 version or 2019 version?
Okay.
Now, is it
Okay.
clear?
First, whichever installed, that one will come.
That's it.
Second time we cannot give.
Yes, once you install the default instance, that option will be grayed out for other installations. Any version it is, you can install only one default instance for the whole machine. Agree? There is no multiple default instances for multiple versions.
If
Default
for one
instance,
machine, only one default.
one default instance, any version it is. Once it is occupied, you cannot install any other version default instance.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Agree, everyone?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, about it.
Per machine, we can install
sir.
only one default instance. That is not going to depends on your version. That will depends on your server, Windows server. Right? Agree? If you want to install another version, you can go with the named instances. That's why I told you, functional device, there is no difference between default and named. Okay, only while connecting. Here you can see computer name, right? This is my SQL Server 2017. Okay, imagine 2017, I just installed the default instance. For 2019 also, I installed the default instance. While connecting, I'll give the same name. To which instance it will connect, 2017 or 2019? Conflict will come. It won't connect. That's why I can install only one default instance for the whole Windows machine. Agree, everyone, this point?
Yes, sir.
Right, right. So now, if I choose default instance, the name, you will get the name as MS SQL Server. All the services folders will be created with the name of MS SQL Server. If you choose named instance, it will ask us to give the name. Okay, so batch 41. If I give the batch 41 name, then automatically, okay, instance ID also will be changed to batch 41. What is the use of this batch 41 instance ID? It will create a folder with instance ID name. Okay, in the earlier we just discussed, right, in our local machine. Okay, in our local machine, C program files. Microsoft SQL Server. You can see, right, this name. You can ask, sir, why I can see two MS SQL servers? MS SQL Server means default instance, right? Why I can see two MS
have-
SQL Server with two different versions? How it is
Two
possible, sir?
versions. We have installed two versions, maybe.
Right, agree,
17 and
agree.
19.
But both are showing MS SQL Server. That means both are default instances.
Both are different.
Why both? MS SQL Server means default instance, guys. If you see MS SQL Server, if you see here in the instance ID, it won't show you the computer name. Of course, while connecting, you have to give computer name only. But folders, services will be created with MS SQL Server. If you see MS SQL Server means clearly that is a default instance. Agree, everyone? But why I can see two folders here? How it is possible, sir? How it is possible means I just upgraded this. First of all, I installed 2017 only. Then I upgraded to 2019. That's why one more folder is created. Don't think two default instances are there. Okay. Clear, guys? Is it clear? I just
Yes, sir.
upgraded my version,
Yes.
my
Sir.
default instance 2017 to 2019. That's why one more folder is created. Nothing else than that. There is no two default instances in this laptop, only one default instance. Clear, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Any issues, any doubts, please? Okay, so if you just gave the name, it will create a name with the name that you gave. For instance name, if you gave instance name here, named instance, you are going to give name, right? So once you gave the name, it will create a folder in the Microsoft SQL Server with that name. As of now, we haven't installed, right? So it won't created. So next it will get, see here, as of now, 140 folder is created by default, right? So like this named instance means instance ID means it will create a folder in the C program files Microsoft SQL Server. Whatever name you will give here, automatically it will pull the same name here also. Sir, can I create another folder name? Yes, it is unique, Muthu. It is unique to which. So someone is drawing on my screen. Someone is using my screen. Please stop it. Control Z. Someone is drawing, spoiling my screen, damaging my screen. Who is that? Guys, can you see this red mark?
Yes, yes.
I cannot do anything here. Guys, who did this? You have to control Z. Come on. I don't know this option where I can see when I can erase it. Anything is possible. Let me check erase.
Meeting is about to.
Yeah. Let me reopen the meeting, please. Please join with the same link, guys.